gonna flop, my mind's about to pop. But enough of that noise, time for the B-roll, boys.
What the fuck is up, dreamers? Welcome back to another episode of B-roll, boys. I am Harlan. Here with me, I've got Justin.
Hey.
And Wes.
Yo, 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 yo.
Oi, 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 oi. And we're here today to talk about We Can Be Heroes, the sequel, alleged sequel to,
Kind of.
sorta. Barely, to Sharkboy and Lavagirl by Robert Rodriguez, which we talked about a couple months ago. If you haven't heard it, check out that episode. That was a lot of fun.
Or don't. We don't care.
Yeah, that too.
I care.
I don't.
Well, I picked this movie because I don't know. I just thought it'd be fun to do a brand new movie. You know, like this is probably the most like recent release that we've ever done for the show.
It's one of the 6 movies that came out in 2020.
Yeah, so that means it's in the top 10.
That means, is this an Oscar contender?
Oh, dude, Taylor Dooley was giving it all she had in this movie. She wanted that Oscar.
It looks
True.
like they shot her scenes in like a lunch break.
They
All
totally
3 lines
did.
she had.
Yeah, she has 3 lines in the movie.
They were delivered perfectly, though.
We didn't get a single like dream reference either.
Yeah, I guess let's get into it.
We didn't get any shark reference.
Well, I guess let's get into it. So, like,
Yeah.
the premise of this movie is, you know, it's very, in keeping with the motif of adults drool, kids rule, that is present, ever present in Robert Rodriguez movies of this nature. Yeah, like all the adult superheroes get captured, and the kids have to save them. There's your movie. And
Wait, they can be heroes?
apparently.
Shut the fuck up.
And so yeah, they have to save their parents, and they get captured by like squid monsters. And then there's your movie. They like train. They have to like figure out how to believe in themselves.
I think there were more octopi monsters. They had tentacles.
They look like
that's
the
true.
Sentinels
They
from the
had-
Matrix.
Yeah, they're literally the squiddies from the fucking Matrix.
Yeah. And
It kind of has nothing to do with the source material, really.
Yeah, exactly. Like, this movie was totally not what I was expecting. Like, I'm sure, you know, if anyone saw, like, the tweets that announced this movie, it was very much marketed as, like, a direct sequel to Sharkboy and Lavagirl, and it's not. Like, they have, like, you can barely call it a cameo. I mean,
They're like
it
a reference
really has
in the
nothing
movie.
to do with the first movie, because, I mean, what it feels like to me, and again, like, the movie is about, like, kids saving their superhero parents. So it feels like to me like they wanted to make a superhero movie, but they didn't want to completely come up with a new IP. So they just kind of like loosely based it off the world of Sharkboy and Lavagirl.
It's just
But,
kind
like,
of in the universe.
But like, I mean, it has nothing to do with dreams. Yeah, like dreams were like the central theme of Sharkboy and Lavagirl, and like it has nothing to do with that in this movie. Max is nowhere to be seen. My boy Linus, what the hell, man? I was expecting
No
Linus to
Linus.
show up.
No Taylor Lautner. I guess he was too good for this.
Okay,
He could do all
yeah.
those fucking Twilight movies, but he can't do this.
Yeah,
have
like
a little
what's
bit
he,
of self-awareness
I haven't even
and
fucking
fun.
seen him. I haven't seen him in anything since the Twilight movies ended. Like, what the fuck has he been up to?
He's working at the McDonald's.
The
And,
last
yeah, that's
movie
the
I
other
remember
thing is,
seeing.
so they recast Sharkboy, and he wears a mask to try and make it less obvious. But of course,
Why
it's
does he
still
wear a
very
mask?
obvious.
Sharkboy?
Why does he wear the mask?
I didn't
Why
care
did he
who
don
I
the
didn't care
mask?
who he was until
was
he
a-
put on the mask.
Thank you for getting that, Harlan. That was about to fall flat.
Bad movies.
And now it's soaring.
Fuck you. Dark Knight Rises is fine.
Dark Knight Rises is fucking trash, and I don't care. Anyone fight me, tweet at
No,
me.
it's not.
Yeah, it's
The movie is not
garbage.
trash.
Literal garbage.
There's a lot of pacing issues, but it's
I would
a fun
rather
movie.
watch- I would rather watch Suicide Squad again.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No,
Are
I'm
you
not.
continuing your train of horrendous takes?
Takes.
Dark Knight Rises is so much better than Suicide Squad.
Tom Hardy, they ruined him for the masses.
It was
Is that true?
fine.
Okay, so anyway,
Hey, put on the mask. Oh, Batman.
anyway,
Oh.
Excuse me.
Batman.
Excuse me. We're here to talk about We Can Be Heroes. We'll save
know who
The
can't
Dark
be a
Knight
hero?
Rises for another episode.
You know who can't be a hero? Christian
Who?
Bale. Fuck him.
But Christian Slater can be a hero, though.
That's right.
He's in this for 3 minutes, and he looks like a
Yeah.
McPoyle.
Yeah. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so yeah, it has like absolutely nothing to do with Sharkboy and Lavagirl, and yeah, I was very much expecting this to be like a full-on sequel rather than just a cameo with them, which
Yeah,
I guess
like-
is. I mean, sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, how the movie goes, where the lead character is one of the hero's kids. Why couldn't that have been
Yeah,
Sharkboy
why not
and
focus on
Lavagirl's
her?
kid? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, and I mean,
It's
like
really weird.
like I said at the end of the last episode, I think it's weird that I thought it was weird at first that they didn't, capitalize on the brand recognition of making the title something along the lines of Sharkboy and Lavagirl 2. Shut up, Justin. You know what I mean.
The brand
what I mean.
recognition of Sharkboy.
You know what I mean. I'm talking about how I said We Can Be Heroes, and you were like, what the fuck is that? But if I said Sharkboy and Lavagirl 2, you'd be like, oh, okay.
Yeah, because I was the target demographic when that fucking movie came out.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
The 2000s, they had 2 movies going for it.
More
Return of the
people
King
our age
and
would have
Sharkboy
saw this on
and Lavagirl.
Netflix, and if it was called Sharkboy and Lavagirl 2, more of the people in our demographic would have clicked on it than if they just saw We Can Be Heroes and they were like, I don't know what the fuck that is.
Actually,
and
yeah,
they keep scrolling.
because We Can Be Heroes is a movie you just put on for your kids and just walk away from.
Yeah,
But Sharkboy and Lavagirl 2, you watch that with them.
So here's my thought of like, I kind of like this. I think it's fun.
It's fine,
It
yeah.
feels like just a normal ass Robert Rodriguez kids movie. Like,
Yeah, it's
it's
fine.
intentionally it's very silly. It's very over the top. It kind of looks like trash intentionally.
Yeah.
And okay, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with the kids rule, adults drool thing. But who is this supposed to be for? This is just a straight up kids movie, and these
Exactly.
kids, the kids that would be watching this would not have been alive for the last ones. And okay, maybe it's the idea that our age group now are old enough to be parents for the kids that would be watching this. Maybe I think that those
that's a
kids would be a little young for that.
Well, if that's true, they should have capitalized more on Sharkboy and Lavagirl then.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm saying.
like,
I was expecting this to be more like, like a direct sequel, like, how like Pixar brought back The Incredibles and Finding Nemo and shit like that to like get people our ages into the theater to like, ride that nostalgia high, But yeah, like I said, it's barely a cameo and really has nothing to do with the first movie, which is, why it makes more sense now that it's not called Sharkboy and Lavagirl 2, and it makes it a little bit more okay.
It's almost like, why bother? Because the only reason that
Exactly,
the only reason that the now grown actress that played Lavagirl in like 2005 or whatever it was would come back for this is A, because she's done nothing else, and B, because it's kind of like an ironic meme,
Yeah.
which no kid that's watching this would give a shit about. So why bother?
Speaking of ironic memes, I will say that's like, this is like it's like we said, this is a fine movie, and maybe this is just nostalgia speaking, but like I think the likes of like Spy Kids, the first 3 movies are like much more like ironically enjoyable, regardless of age. They have a lot of like memeable moments, whereas this, it's just like the humor is very, like it's, it's.
I disagree. I think that only makes sense because, yeah, we would have been little kids when, like, the Spy Kids movies were coming out. But, like, kids that are 8 years old watching this would fucking love it. And by the time they grow up to be greasy nerds like us, they're going to be saying the same thing about
I guess.
Sharkboy and Lavagirl 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, every 20 years a new sequel comes out.
When,
Or 15, I guess.
A spin-off starring Wheels.
I'm about to say when the wheelchair kid has his own kid, that's just like...
Right.
I'm trying to
talk
think
about
of what
Wheels for a
vehicle he
second.
would be in.
Should we go through our roster of
Oh yeah, we got to go through our Suicide Squad of
Wait,
little kids.
Is Wheels the same guy from Twisted Metal?
Here. Yeah.
This is around on these giant ass wheels. All right,
So,
who's got,
I
who's
guess,
got the
let's
roster
run through
list?
it. The movie starts, and I guess there's no such thing as like secret identities because it's just very public knowledge that the main character Missy, her dad is a superhero. Who, like, what were his powers? I just realized this because like early on in the film, he like reaches his hand towards some swords that are mounted on the wall, and they like levitate towards him, but then he never does anything like that again.
I don't know. Maybe he's like Diego from Umbrella Academy. I don't fucking know, dude.
Yeah,
Because they
like,
didn't
why?
really fight much.
I didn't write it.
Okay, squid robot monsters show up and they kidnap them.
Octopi.
And then, and they're like, oh, we gotta take all the superheroes kids because they're gonna be a target. We gotta put them in a secret safe place. And so they go to the Avengers equivalent is called the Heroics. They're the Heroics, but I like to call them the Avengers because
The
their
good
building
guys.
their building looks like the Avengers mansion, but it just has a big H on it. So
Yeah, exactly.
yeah. And then we meet our awesome X-Men squad.
We need to go through the kid X-Men squad first, because those are the ones that we spend time with. We barely see diddly dick of the adults.
Well, and I mean the kids' superpowers are mostly this like copy and pasted from their adult parents, which is fine, whatever. But there are a few exceptions to
It's
that.
like an
So
inverse
who
and
you guys want to talk
opposite
about
kind of
first?
thing.
Yeah.
Well, we've got the little girl from Bird Box, and she plays the daughter of Sharkboy and Lavagirl.
Yeah.
And she just, what's her name? Her name is Guppy.
Guppy.
Yeah.
And
What an awful name for a child.
she's kind of like the DPS of the group because she probably kicks the most ass. Oh, and this
she
is also
definitely
like
does.
a very top-heavy group of that. There's like 2 or 3 kids that completely carry this group, and the rest are worthless.
The rest are either worthless or actively hinder the progress that the group makes.
Dude.
Like, there's one kid whose power is that he's like just in slow motion all the time, and I'm like, how
Yeah.
is that a power?
Like, his dad is supposed to go super fast, and then I don't remember what like the explanation was for the kid of why he
that
moves in slow motion,
said
but
that
it's just,
he's so fast that he moves in slow motion, is what they said.
What?
They fucking said that, dude.
Did they?
Like he's
There's a lot
going,
of
his
shit like
body's
that
moving
where I'm
at
like-
such. It's like a high frame rate type of deal.
he moves in 120p.
Yeah, like his body's at 144 hertz, like a fucking nerd. And everything else just moves around him.
They shot the movie in 24, but he's at 120 the whole time. I love how so
Exactly.
much of the time it's not even him moving in slow motion, it's just the kid moving slow.
Yeah.
I guess they're like, man, we don't want to have to composite this kid into every single shot. Let's just make him run slow.
Yeah. And then we already mentioned Wheels, who Wheels
Best
I don't
character.
know. He just seems to be handicapped. Like, what are his powers?
He does machines.
The
He's like
whip.
Donatello.
His power is the whip.
He's got the power of whip. He's like fucking Big Wheel.
Yeah, his wheelchair, he's got like dump truck tires on it.
Yeah, they're fucking thick.
It's so awesome. It never gets any less funny to see this kid on screen with his like Hummer of a wheelchair.
And I guess this thing is just he's super smart because he's the one that does all the
hacking and shit.
the noodling.
He's like the
Well, he doesn't even
Professor X
hack,
of this
he
group.
just like he used like they like hijack an alien ship, and he's like and like he mentions like so many times throughout the movie that their technology is super intuitive, and so he can like figure out how to use it in like a second. It's like, well, okay, did you figure out how to use it because you're smart or just because it was easy?
Or does he just know Python?
Yeah, Wes said at one point that he dual boots Ubuntu, wasn't it?
Linux.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm not a fucking computer Melvin like you guys are.
Yeah.
What you get?
But then we have the super annoying ones of the girl that sings, and her powers are.
Oh my
I don't really
God.
understand what her powers are supposed to be. I think it's that
Okay.
like the frequencies manipulate things around her, but it just
Okay,
kind of
you-
plays Calvin ball as far as what that actually means.
You guys are gonna make fun of me for saying this, but like I feel like there's been like at least a little bit of logic to things in Robert Rodriguez movies before, but I don't know what the logic is behind her powers. Like, so her powers is like she's kind of like Banshee from X-Men. You know, she can like sing, and like she has like a really powerful voice, and like when she sings, like it can have like a dog whistle type effect, or you know, something like that, or it can like hurt your eardrums. Or if she sings really low, she can somehow like move objects with her voice.
Yeah, she could just fly.
And that was a little weird to me when she first did it, because she just kind of like scattered all the chairs and desks in the room, and seemingly there was no like rhyme or reason to it. And I was like, okay. But then later she like uses her alto to make some goons levitate and arrange them like a staircase. And I'm like, okay, so she pretty much has like telekinesis through her voice.
She can manipulate. She can manipulate like sound waves. Maybe she creates them around objects, so she's kind of like Banshee and Miss Invisible or something.
Yeah, I mean, she
don't fucking
levitates
know.
like a streetcar at one point.
But,
Oh yeah, they like
Has it
hijack
fly
the
through
train.
the air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When she was first introducing her powers, I just thought it was funny because she's like, "Well, I can make my voice really low," and I just expected her to just be like, like some
movie
sick
would be-
death metal.
Yeah, 300% better if that girl just does gutturals the entire time.
Wait, who was the kid of Oh no, wait, it was the edgy kid who has like god powers basically.
Yeah, the one that he can't control them, and then eventually he can just do whatever.
Yeah,
Basically,
like
his thing is like he has random powers that he can't control, so he's useless through 90% of the movie until he
he's like-
turns on God mode at the end.
yeah, he's like Jack from The Incredibles. He just kind of does whatever they want at that moment for it to be funny.
And he looks like he hangs out at a skate park.
Oh yeah.
He looks
And
like the
his-
goth kid, but his mom still buys his clothes.
Oh, totally. And his dad was the guy with the jetpack. Was that Chris? What's his name?
Christian Slater.
Yeah, thank you.
Christian Slater.
I just want to jump back for a minute because at the very beginning of the movie,
this?
his dad is like hanging out up in the stratosphere with Miracle Guy, who is the father of Wheels. Okay.
Who is also the main character in The Predator.
Yes. Thank you.
No problem.
And they're just hanging out, and they're like getting ready to fight the squid aliens. And I just thought it was really funny how like he's like, okay, hurry up, Miracle Guy, because I'm getting low on fuel for my jetpack. And we like see the fuel gauge, and then we see it again 1 minute later, and he's already burned through an eighth of his tank. So this thing has just like the worst mileage ever. I thought that was really funny.
And why were they meeting like 2 miles in the air in the first place?
Yeah.
Which
Like,
gets
why would
worse
you go
gas
that
mileage.
high? Why would you go that high in the air if your jetpack burns through its entire fuel tank in 3 minutes?
Which do you think gets worse gas mileage, the jetpack or Wheels?
Wheels.
Wheels whip. Because that beast burns like a quarter tank of gas just revving up.
Nah, man, Wheels is runs on manpower.
That's true.
That's right. You'd have to be a fucking superhero to push that beast around.
We've got the two. Are they twins? Are they supposed to be twins?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Slow mo and fast forward. One of them can. They kind of do like the Prince of Persia thing, where they can rewind or fast forward a couple
Excuse you.
seconds at a time.
Slow-mo is the kid in slow motion. Rewind. is the
Rewind,
twin.
excuse me, not slow mo.
Dumbass.
Slow mo's the
You
one
absolute
fucking
buffoon.
stupid kid that moves in slow
Jesus.
motion for no reason. Sorry, excuse me.
Why
My
do we even
eyes
do-
glazed
why do we
over as I
even do
looked at
this?
the Wikipedia.
We are now accepting applications to replace Justin.
Okay.
It also Rewind is like a fucking black belt karate master.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So while
They're just
we're on
like
fast forward and
superpower
rewind-
Phil and Lil, and they don't really do that much.
Well, while we're talking about them and slow-mo while we're at it, so like again, slow-mo like actively makes things worse for the group. Like he's straight up just a liability. And he like at some point
Like
you know
Slippy.
From Star Fox.
Just kind of sucks and dies.
I wish he died. And well, like, I mean, not even just in that part with him, but like they get chained up, and they're like, rewind to before we got chained up, and he's like, I can't, my hands are tied, and then fast forwards like, I'll help you, and so they both like with their hands cuffed together, they like twirl their fingers, so they're using fast forward and rewind powers at the same time. And
do
somehow
nothing.
the outcome of that is just that they go back in time.
Maybe they can empower each other's power. Like Safe Space and Snowflake from the new Mutants or whatever.
No
like
prize to
support
you.
builds.
But what about the MVP? Did we talk about my man's noodles?
Oh
Yeah, he's like the most useful one. Him and Guppy
yeah.
are the best members of the party by far.
He does everything. He's beating ass. He's like grabbing shit. He's fucking doing everything. He carries this team on his back like Atlas.
Well, he's like the only one with like conventional powers. He's a polymorph. You know, he can like stretch and make his hands bigger and shit. You know,
And he looks
He's
like
got Miss
Zero
Marvel
from
powers.
Holes. Looks like cross between Zero from Holes and the singer of Clipping.
Talk about clipping.
Something's
let's
good,
see, is there
alright.
anyone else?
Oh, there's the main girl who does. She's a
Yeah, we
natural born
forgot about
leader.
the protagonist.
The
She's
protagonist.
the most boring one. It looks
like
like her power is that she's a leader. She's like Cyclops. Who fucking cares?
Yeah, the movie makes you think that, you know, like she's they subvert your expectations by making you think that she's
I think
gonna
Ryan Johnston does.
No, this was
they
good.
make you they make you think that she's gonna show superpowers by the end of the movie, because like early on, like they somehow get a kickball stuck to a tree, not in a tree, but to a tree.
It's like perched on the like little stub of a branch.
Yeah,
It's like that was very obviously placed. But okay.
and they're like, get it down, Missy, and she's like, I can't, I don't have magnet powers. I'm like, it's a ball. Why would magnet powers work on that?
Yeah. Fucking dumb
But
kid.
yeah, so they make you
God.
think she's gonna have powers by the end because people are always dunking on her because they're like, why would we listen to you? You don't have any powers.
Like your dad's super cool, but you suck. Fuck you.
Yeah. And so yeah, her power is being the Captain America of the group and just giving
Nepotism.
orders.
But she doesn't have a shield.
Yeah.
Yeah, she looks like a baby crossover between Rebecca Black and Michelle Rodriguez.
Oh, she even has like a very, very cool Avengers reference moment where she like, you know, has like a little a talk with Guppy, and she's like, Guppy, shark frenzy, and then she goes into a shark frenzy.
Oh yeah,
That's cool.
Guppy's pretty cool though. Like she beats some ass. She goes in the
I mean,
full
dude, Guppy
berserker
like
shark
carried
mode.
the team in a lot of instances. Like she was kicking the most
Her and
ass.
Noodles, Guppy and Noodles.
Guppy,
They need their own
Noodles.
movie.
Rewind.
fucking-
Rewind's really
Rewind.
good too.
Those are
so
like the
half
three.
the group. Yeah, half
Yeah,
the group
because-
is good. The other half just totally suck.
Well, because then there's the
Oh,
kid.
you know, we did
forgot a
forget,
couple.
we forgot Face Maker.
Yeah, that kid sucks.
That was okay. So like throughout the whole movie, his power seems to just be that he can just make a face that's like a
He's like-
Snapchat filter.
He's like Noodles light.
He's a changeling from Attack of the Clones.
He's Noodles, but just in the face. Like yeah, he can apply a Snapchat filter to his face basically. But then later, he like just completely shapeshifts like Mystique. You know, so like he's a shapeshifter, not just a face
So
maker.
he like dinged and then upgraded his power a little bit.
I guess.
And he's also Christian Slater's kid, and he just looks disappointed in him the whole time.
Oh, was he Christian Slater's kid?
That's not
Oh,
Christian
I'm sorry,
Slater.
I
No,
messed up.
Christian Slater's kid's like the emo-looking one.
Yeah.
Whose kid is a face maker then?
fucking
Crushing Low. Who the fuck is Crushing Low?
I couldn't keep all this shit together.
That's
like-
right.
I don't even remember. Oh, Crushing Low is the guy that flew into the building and destroyed it.
Oh my! Of course it is.
Forgot about
Holy
that.
shit.
Yeah, well, like when
That
when
was
like
uncomfortable.
when like the news anchors like reporting on it, and they're like outside City Hall, and they're like, "Here comes Lavagirl. Here comes Miracle Guy. Here comes Crushing Low," and he like destroys the building.
And everyone's just like, ooh, awkward.
Oh my god.
Let's
And
stop
then-
filming.
We've also got, is it Oho?
Ojo?
Yeah. Oh,
The little
yeah.
girl with the iPad.
Yeah.
And she, like, draws shit that's supposed to, she kind of, like, predicts the future.
Yeah, she has
Yeah.
like an iPad Air, and she
Yeah,
draws the
she's
future on
mute.
it.
She's mute. She doesn't speak, but yeah, she can draw something that's gonna happen like 5 minutes into the future, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the whole cast.
I think so. So
I mean,
anyway.
I'm kind of zipping through
I mean, like we
this
said,
and-
we named all the important ones. We named all the noticeably useless ones or the actively harmful ones. Anyone else is just like really just there.
When's
not
someone
doing
gonna
anything.
make a We Could Be Heroes tier list?
Like slow mo. What a miserable fuck. He's F tier.
Yeah, that dude sucks ass. So does Facemaker. He doesn't do dick shit until the end.
The two of them are bottom of the barrel.
They could totally make him. He has one like Arya Stark moment towards the end where it's kind of cool, but up until that, he's just an asshole the whole time.
Yeah.
This kid reminds me so much. He reminds me so much of Fred Savage, like the wizard Fred Savage. He's just got like this like sleazy asshole vibe, but he's a kid. And I'm like, you're gonna weasel your way out of a DUI in like 15 years.
And part of that sleaziness comes from his gambling addiction, because he's constantly betting on any and everything throughout the movie. He's always like 50-1 odds that Missy doesn't have superpowers, 20-1 that she's gonna kill us all.
You could just tell he's gonna grow up to be an asshole.
He probably
Like, he's not gonna tip waitresses. He's not gonna use his blinker.
Oh,
He's just gonna be like a general dick about everything.
He probably
we
mass
can,
buys Hearthstone packs.
if we can rewind a little bit to Oho.
If we could guppy to the plot.
I see what you did.
No, I thought it was really weird that when they're like when they first meet all of the kid superheroes and they're like one by one going through their powers, a la Suicide Squad, they introduce Oho and they're like, but they don't. It's like supposed to be a surprise that she can draw the future, right? They just describe her power as she's a genius drawer.
Yeah, her
How is that a
drawings kind of
superpower?
suck too.
Yeah, like they're good for a kid, but like they're not genius. Like
They also like they set it up to be this mystery, and then they reveal the mystery in like 5 minutes.
yeah.
It's great.
I felt super smart because I predicted it, and then they answered it in like 2 seconds, and I was like, oh, I'm not gonna get to dunk on this kid's movie today.
Can we talk about the best character?
Wheels, we already did.
No, Miss Granada,
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Nick Jonas's wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Your
just turned
moment
into
of the
Beavis
day.
and Beavis and Butthead every time she came on screen.
So did I.
Oh god.
Is that all we have to say about her?
I think that's all I want to say about her.
It's like, well, a character comes on screen and she's hot, and we giggled. That's it.
And then 4 tentacles came out of her back, and I came even harder, my friend.
Yeah, we were talking about cock flattening by the end of it. Like, it just started off as like, oh, that character's hot, and by the end we were just like, mommy!
We all turned into Yor for like the whole movie.
Fucking every time she walked into the room, we were all like, Milkies! Oh, God, my stomach hurts.
This is the premium content you get with B-roll boys.
Yep.
Yeah, real highbrow shit.
No one rehashes jokes like we do.
More like D-cup boys. God damn.
I don't know why I'm laughing so hard. Ugh.
Yeah, she gets tentacle monsters that come out. It looks like Halo 2 remastered.
Yeah,
So
her
much of that
lackeys-
like alien spaceship is just so purple.
I half expected them to find needlers in the hallway.
Wes, would you like? You're watching We Can Be Heroes, and Mrs. Nick Jonas comes on screen, and she says, "What would you have your arbiter do?" What do you do?
Pull my please.
I was trying to think of a Halo quote, and I got nothing.
I mean, the movie was really kind of egging us on with this because for most of the movie, when Miss Granada shows up, she's like scolding the kids, and the whole time, like, it's like egging us on to be like, oh no, I'm sorry.
Man, I might have to go to the principal's office.
Please punish me.
Oh yeah,
Gee, are you wearing stilettos?
I have a perfectly good puppy for you to stomp. She does kind of have like this porno level acting though, and it's kind of great.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody
Yeah.
does. Wait, can we talk about her henchman? That had like he kind of reminded me of Kingpin, but he had like these 6 foot across shoulders.
They look like
So, yeah, Kingpin.
fucking XCOM NPCs. They just like don't look human at all, which I guess is perfect.
Oh my god, speaking of her henchmen, can we talk about how she had President Donald Trump in her pocket? Because this movie even takes a dunk on Donald Trump when the president is like addressing the world immediately, like I'm talking like 2 seconds after all the adult superheroes get captured. He immediately starts the live stream and he's like, he says like, it's hopelessly bad. And then one of the kids is like, how did this idiot get elected? That's hardly a sentence.
He can't even string 2 sentences together. Like,
It's like,
I'm surprised he didn't say,
Got
I'm
him.
surprised they didn't say like, yeah, he talks like he's tweeting.
that totally would have been like in this movie's wheelhouse.
hey man,
Oh,
this
yeah.
would have been way better. It was Christopher McDonald, fucking Shooter McGavin, my president. Hell yeah.
Hashtag my president.
This is Shooter's presidency.
I mean, I'm kind of surprised. I know that there were a couple like very obviously kid-centric jokes in there. I don't remember them off the top of my
Oh,
head.
yeah, there's
but,
a lot of like Miracle Guy whips out a selfie stick before he beats up the
Oh yeah, and he
Dude.
flexes and he's like, "Yo, I gotta get it for my socials, brah."
People use selfie sticks for like 2 weeks in 2014. Why has it just become such a fucking joke? No one uses them.
I don't know. I still see an embarrassing amount of selfie sticks. I'm like, bro, you got an arm. Fucking chill.
No one has Noodles arms. That's why they need selfie sticks.
I could have called him Selfie Boy. But I mean, I don't know. I didn't see a single Fortnite floss in this, and that was a little disappointing.
yeah, I kind of expected that.
Are all the
Is that
kid
the good thing?
Are all the
There's no
kid
flaws.
words still into like Fortnite?
I believe so.
I thought they were into cyberbullying politicians now.
And we're proud.
Super
I called Trump a
proud.
cuck on Twitter. Got him.
It was weird. There was like 3 separate jokes of dunking on Trump,
Yeah.
but then they can't reference. They referenced dunking on Trump more than Sharkboy and Lavagirl, and that's really the most disappointing thing.
Yeah. I like how Sharkboy looks like D-list Judge Dredd, by the way. I would actually really love if they had Carl
wait.
Urban playing Sharkboy.
Did
Let's talk about Sharkboy. Yeah, let's talk
Okay,
about
yeah.
Sharkboy for a minute. Like, he has no lines. Literally. He doesn't say...
Because, so Taylor Lautner was apparently too good to be in this movie, even though, again, he's not doing anything. So yeah, they recasted him and gave Sharkboy a mask. He wears a mask now, and I think besides that, his costume is exactly the same. And I can understand that. Okay, like sure enough, you don't want it to be like too immediately obvious that it's not Taylor Lautner.
He was a
But
kid.
yeah, they
He's gonna look
actively-
different.
Yeah, exactly. And they like
not
actively
that different.
don't. They actively don't give him any lines. Sharkboy doesn't have any lines in this movie. I mean, granted, Lavagirl only has 3, but Sharkboy doesn't say anything.
Well, whether or
in
not
this
they
movie.
look similar, his voice is gonna fucking change from when he was like 10.
Exactly.
Like, he
so,
could
like,
still
why-
speak.
Yeah.
There's no reason that he couldn't say a fucking line.
Like, if somebody didn't know that wasn't Taylor Lautner, they wouldn't have figured it out once he spoke. You know?
For all the dum-dums in the audience. Like, that doesn't look like the jawline of Taylor Lautner.
Of a 10-year-old Taylor Lautner.
That is like, Jesus, Lava Girl, you married this guy?
I'm curious, what the fuck has he done lately? Man, he hasn't
Nothing.
acted in anything since 2016.
Good.
He's just
That's-
riding it
that-
out.
That's
I
fine.
respect that.
He was, I think he hosted the... No, he was
mean, but-
nominated in the Teen Choice Awards in 2017. Yeah, he hasn't done shit.
I don't know why
I
he
haven't
wouldn't
either.
have done this. Yeah, he must have been like embarrassed to do it. Because seriously, like, I'm not exaggerating. Like, Taylor Dooley must have been on set for her 3 lines for like a lunch break. Like, there's no way that she was there for more than 5 hours.
Yeah, they definitely shot all of the adults scenes just in a day, in a weekend, probably.
Yeah.
They just all got. They were all super excited to hang out with the Mandalorian and Christian Slater.
Excited to hang out with Christian Slater. Like,
How was Nymphomaniac? I was a real genius.
Also, Sharkboy and Lavagirl. You may have noticed that this is 15 years later, but they're still called Sharkboy and Lavagirl. They don't upgrade to Sharkman and Lava Lady.
it's like, yeah, they're. If you're pushing 30, your name shouldn't have boy or girl in it.
If you're a mom, you shouldn't be Shark Girl.
I don't know. I mean, how long is it going to take for Guppy to outgrow the name Guppy?
Well, they've already
This little
built up the
doe-eyed
shark.
kid is like 4.
They've already
Well, I
built
mean,
up the
Guppy is
Sharkboy
like-
brand so much.
Yeah, the brand of Great White Bites. Which
can't
makes
just-
a triumphant return.
God, I want great white bites. Maybe since this movie came out, there's a chance they'll release them. Huh?
Maybe
there's
they'd
some
maybe they'd
content.
auction off the prop box.
I want it on my shelf.
How much would you pay for the box? Just the box of Great White Bites.
Like 3 figures.
Guys,
Lower.
So I thought that the little kid that played Guppy was like a toddler. So apparently she's 8, but it's a weird thing to look at a birthday and see June of 2012.
That
is
That's
weird.
a lot older than I thought she was. She does look
Yeah.
like a toddler. She looks like she's
like-
like 4.
I thought she was 4 or 5 in the movie, not fucking.
she
eight.
talks really small.
the little
guess she's just-
talk.
Yeah, she
just
has
really
like all
short, I
like
guess.
her R's are all W's. You know, she's like Lavagirl.
Yeah, she just kind of like blubbers her way through this.
Blubber.
And so she was 8. Sharkboy and Lavagirl got down pretty quick.
Yeah, they must have been like
They, like,
18 right at
As
it.
soon as the clock ticked over to 18, they were ready to go.
We're ready!
Oh man.
I mean, do we have anything else to say about this? I mean, I kind of got... I don't have too much else.
Hang on, let me look through my notes.
He's gonna look for his good
I mean,
thing.
man, we haven't talked about the twist of the movie and the end. You know.
Oh,
So yeah, y'all may have noticed we haven't been going through the plot too much. There's not too much to say. Like they
who
escape.
cares? It's a
Yeah, I mean,
Robert
yeah.
Rodriguez thing.
They escape the aliens. They go and have a training montage at Missy's grandma's house.
Oh yeah, and the grandma like kicks ass.
No, she sucks.
The grandma?
She trained
Yeah.
all the heroes, like an
Yeah.
entire generation of heroes. What do you
I
mean?
mean,
kicks ass.
she did like a Mr. Miyagi type thing, I guess. But that's
Yeah,
it.
and Mr. Miyagi kicks ass.
Yeah, what are you talking
yeah,
about right
okay,
now, Harlan?
Okay, fair enough.
Harlan?
I'm just saying she didn't
God.
like physically do
Harlan?
much.
Mess with the bull, you
Okay.
get the horns, Harlan.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
alright.
All right, so they hijack an alien spaceship and ride it up to the mothership. Okay.
The mama
And
ship.
They fight.
The mommy ship.
It's established earlier on that they have 3 hours before the aliens take over the world.
2 hours.
Yeah. And then,
And,
they get to the final 2 minutes of that, and it takes like half an hour. It's like the tournament of power.
They get to the big room where they're like, we have to replace the mommy board of the computer to shut down the countdown. They're like, we have 2.5 minutes to do it, and then they fight for like 6 or 7 minutes.
Yeah, it's like the Ultra Instinct fight.
Before that, I thought it was really funny when they get captured by the aliens, and it's revealed that the aliens are they're like Skrulls. You know, this is like a secret invasion type deal. They're in the government, and mommy Miss Granada is in fact an alien.
Mommy Granada.
That's when the tentacles are revealed.
Yeah, they just
Yeah.
have like CGI tentacles that come out of the back, and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. That's all good. That doesn't
And,
really
so
change
they
anything.
capture the kids and they just round them up into a room, and they're like, wait, those two are dangerous together. And she points at fast forward and rewind, and she's like, separate them. And so one of the guys moves his tentacles and just scoots them away like 3 feet from each other, and that's all he does. He doesn't like put them in a different room. He just like
Big brain
inches them
moves.
away. I thought that was really funny.
Yeah, I giggled at that.
Yeah. when they fight, Guppy goes into her shark frenzy that I mentioned earlier.
Sicko mode.
She growls. Either there are two ways you can look at it. Either she's growling like a bear, or she's growling like the shark in Jaws 4. Depends on how you want to look at it.
What a specific drop.
I mean, have you seen the shark in Jaws 4, The Revenge? He growls.
Yeah, dude.
I never got past Jaws 1. I had one.
Dude, we'll have to talk about Jaws 4 one day.
I love Jaws. I didn't
We'll
need
set
to
it up
see
for
more
our
of
summer
them.
movies.
Yeah, that's coming up.
Do I have to
soon.
watch the 2 and 3 to get the lore?
Probably.
Not really. 3's pretty solid though.
Oh, in this same fight, it's revealed that Wheels was faking his disability the whole time, because he gets out of his chair and does a handstand, and he like props his legs up, and his wheel does like a Sonic the Hedgehog spin dash into some bad guys.
And it
In
makes
Wheel's
a
defense-
bowling pin sound effect.
In Wheel's defense, he never said he was disabled. He said his legs didn't work because his muscles were too big. He
Did
couldn't
they
support
actually
himself.
say that?
Yeah,
Yes. We
he was too ripped.
Wheels gave us his backstory. You chose not to listen.
That's my bad. No, that's my bad.
He gave us his juicy lore.
So yeah, it's revealed that
Noodles walked so the Wheels could roll. Sorry, go on.
no, that was important. It's okay. Yeah, it's revealed that Oho can in fact talk, and she's a spy. She's actually like the queen of the squid creatures.
She's actually the hidden Pokemon in Kanto.
Sure.
Sorry.
She's Jirachi.
And yeah, she like draws creatures that come out of her iPad in Procreate, which is not a feature of the iPad. It can't do that. I don't know if you guys are aware.
I have to say, I think the animation on these creatures was pretty good.
Yeah. This movie looks noticeably
Actually,
better
yeah.
than older Rodriguez films.
I mean, I still think it looks like cheesy bad, like intentionally
does,
bad,
but-
but like the creatures that come out, like with the line work and everything, I think looks pretty dope.
They're very cartoonish, but like the graphics are good enough now that it works. Like it's charming.
Well,
It-
and it's
it
also that they
looks
have like
good.
a cool like style to them that like they're not just like generic creatures. They have like a how do you describe it? They're made out of like it looks like they're made out of like wires, I guess is how I describe it, you know? With like a bunch of holes in them, you know?
Yeah, it's like if like a black and white shaded drawing came to life.
Do you remember the
kind of.
final boss in the Wii U and 3DS Super Smash Brothers? The like
yeah.
wireframe creature thing. They actually look a lot like that.
Yeah, for sure.
that's right. Yeah. So yeah, cool design, I guess, or cool style to it.
I liked
Yeah.
it.
Fuck, now I got to come up with another good thing. But yeah.
Same
So
guy
this
wrote
is-
that one down too.
I like this enough. Like, I'm not gonna have problems
yeah,
coming up with
it's
a good
fine.
thing.
It's
Like,
fine.
I mean,
I was just-
spoiler warning. I give this a 6.
Yeah.
I enjoy
It's-
it.
Man, you're jumping ahead of yourself there.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's fine.
Unbelievable.
My disappointment is mainly that it's just that it was marketed as a Sharkboy and Lavagirl sequel, and it's really not that.
Yeah,
It
I'd
has
rather
nothing to do with
just
it.
be like marketed as another like wacky Robert Rodriguez thing, rather than
Yeah.
hey, we're gonna go on them like this like weird obscure cult classic thing from 15, 16 years ago,
Yeah.
and we're barely gonna pay any lip service to it for the three diehards of Sharkboy and Lavagirl.
That's us, all three.
Isn't Spy Kids 4 on Netflix?
It is. It's on my list.
Are they just spy men now?
No, it's starring new kids.
Oh, who gives a shit about that?
Right.
Where's Junie and his detective agency?
So this movie keeps throwing twists at us, because after it's revealed that Oho is a spy,
Easy Shyamalan.
and they stop the countdown, and then it's revealed that the countdown was never an issue because this movie has no stakes, because the whole thing was a test. Their parents getting captured and the alien invasion was all a test, and none of it was real.
So they could
And-
see if they could work together and band together to be the next superhero team generation.
Yep.
Whoa.
And there's some very heavy-handed, the next generation's always better than the previous one.
And then we also realized there's an anti-twist where, like, the main character never ended up developing powers at all. Like, we all called that she was going to. Because, like, I remember earlier in the movie, it's like, okay, she's definitely getting powers at some point. What do you guys think they're going to be? And then they just never happened. So that was kind of surprising.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was
the
kind of
fast one.
dopey. It was like, oh, the real power is that she had so much raw leadership. I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
Like, okay, calm down. This girl's 10.
I mean, seemingly that's all fucking the Mandalorian had too.
Yeah, I mean, she
He
probably
had
was
two
like,
katanas.
you know, the
That was it.
spearheading effort in a group project, and is like, oh, I'm like a general now. Whatever.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, so I think that's all I got for this movie. Yeah, it's fine. I'm just disappointed that it's not actually a Sharkboy and Lavagirl sequel, but I mean, it's harmless enough.
Same.
It's fun.
It's all right. I'll give it a 5.
I'll give it a 6.
I'm with Justin. Like, if 5 is perfectly average, it was pretty good for a kids movie. I'll give her a 6.
Yeah, I guess I'll give it a 6 too.
Just
All right.
just for everything. The graphics were cool. Like, I mean, it was dumb, but it knew exactly what it was trying to be.
Yeah, like,
I
I
don't
had
know.
fun.
It wasn't bad at all. It's fine.
All right, yeah, I'll give it a 6 too. Let's all say something nice about it again.
All right, Justin, since you stole the computer graphics one, unbelievable. Is that your good thing?
My good thing?
Yeah.
I can come up with something else.
Go ahead.
Go, yeah.
Oh, fuck. It's on me? I thought you were giving yours.
Yeah, go, Justin. We're waiting.
Um,
Fast forward. Do your thing.
no, it's, Wheels is whip.
Wheels is whip.
That's
Wheels is wheels.
That's
So
absolutely the best part.
So you're saying that the best part is prop design?
Yes.
I guess that's the.
Yes, Wes, is the prop design. What perfect artistry. Painstaking, even. You fucking dumpling.
What you got?
Well, I was gonna say how charming that the monsters looked and shit, but you know that was stolen from me. That was taken. I guess really just like the amount of quote unquote twists at the end. It definitely Ryan Johnson to me.
Damn
For
it, that was
for
what I was
kids
gonna
movie
say.
for kids movie was pretty good for that.
Yeah, I have to agree that you definitely think you know exactly where this what the beats of this movie are going to be, but it actually does hit you with some things you're not expecting.
Yeah. Like throughout it. Well, I mean, it goes
Got him.
above and beyond what a normal kids movie would do, which is
Although,
which is let you think even a little bit.
I mean, maybe we should have seen it coming that Oho was a spy, because I mean we had the Deceiver in Spy Kids 3.
Her existence was foretold in Spy Kids 3. Game over.
Demetra walked so Oho could run.
Noodles didn't simp over her or anything though, so I mean we didn't know.
He didn't even get her email address. He could have had some throwaway line like, I never even got her Snapchat.
Actually, yeah, that would have been great.
I never even built up a Snapchat streak with her. Do kids still care about Snapchat streaks? Is that still a thing?
No.
Or, no, I never added her on TikTok or whatever.
There you go.
God.
Now that I've boomered myself.
We're fucking boomers.
I guess I'll say that I think the I was gonna say the girl that plays Guppy was pretty good, but I thought she was way younger than she actually is.
Like, so now you thinking about that, it's like she acted, appropriately for her age.
Yeah.
I didn't think she was that great. I just thought that she was like a baby.
Yeah. Fuck.
Oh, I can see the ball rolling there. Something's
I mean,
happening.
can I just say that the special effects in general, the CGI in general, looks, noticeably improved from like previous Rodriguez kids films, like
From 15 years ago?
yeah. I mean,
I thought you were gonna give it to mommy.
Give me some slack.
I know. No, the graphics did look good. Technically, no one else used that. We just talked about it before. So you know what?
Yeah.
That's your good thing.
I'll also say
The graphics were charming.
there were no pacing issues.
I was gonna ask how you felt about the pacing. Like you did. I don't think you actually said you were bored one time through this movie.
It moved
my
at a
eyes were
rock
glued to the
solid
screen.
clip, the whole
Which is a
time.
hot streak for you.
Dude, I mean, if I had something monitoring my heart rate, it'd be pretty consistently high. But every time Mommy Granada walked in, it spikes.
Fucking just broke your gauge. You ran out.
I mean, that's why my eyes were glued. I was like, I gotta wait for Mommy Granada to show back up.
Yeah, because whenever Harlan got like a slight hint of there being some boredom, Mommy came on screen.
And he came in his pants.
Yeah, they knew what they were doing.
They knew what was up. Well, shit. Do we have any trivia for this?
Of course not. This movie only came out like 3 weeks ago, so
It's
yeah, there's
exactly
not really-
a month ago now. It was
Yeah, there's not
Christmas
really-
Day.
Yeah, there's not really any trivia. Sorry.
It was a birthday gift for me.
Man, what are we going to fill Harlan's trivia hour with if there's zero trivia?
Did you know that Pedro Pascal was in The Mandalorian and Robert Rodriguez directed an episode of The Mandalorian?
I did know that because I'm a fucking nerd. Go
You
on.
also know
Next.
that he got fucking killed in Game of Thrones. Spoilers.
Can I just fucking say I hate the trivia on IMDb that's like, this is the second time that Taylor Dooley has worked with Robert Rodriguez. I'm like, that's not trivia. Everybody
It's like-
fucking knows
it's-
that.
Yeah, it's like, no shit. She played the same character. Surprise.
She
That's
hasn't
the
done like
reason that
anything
most of
else.
us. That's the reason that most of us saw this movie is because she was going to be in it, and it was a sequel to Sharkboy and Lavagirl. Like,
Even
yeah, we know.
even IMDb behind the scenes can't come up with anything. So
Yeah. So,
trivia
yeah, that's
drop.
it. Wes, what are we watching next week?
Well, it's been pretty fucking cold as of late, so I thought we would travel down to the equator, to the Amazon rainforest, and watch Anaconda.
Yeah.
All right, King.
We're gonna get in on our first creature feature.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Is it our-
I'm excited for that.
Is
Haven't
this
seen
really
that
our
movie in a
first
long
creature
time.
feature? Shit.
I don't know. I didn't even think about it before I said that. Hope so. I hope so.
Well, we've got
staying in.
32 episodes now. I don't
it-
have them all memorized off the top of my head anymore.
It's our first giant snake movie, at least. So look
Hopefully
forward
not
to
our
that.
last.
Hopefully not our last. Because Anaconda
All right,
2
thank you
Blood
for
Orchid
joining
exists.
us. Remember, listeners, you can be heroes. Bye.
We can change the future.
Future is not set. There is no fate but what we make for ourselves, Neo. Okay.
I played Xenoblade.
Give me a second, okay? Why can't anybody give me a goddamn second?
Hold on. You dig on multiverses?
Oh, no, not the beast! Not the beast! Ah! Cover my eyes! Ah!
That's it. What, we some kind of
B-roll boys.